What a day for Apple yesterday, set to open at a fresh record high. Of course, WWDC was yesterday as Tim Cook talked about a new iOS and, of course, that transition from Intel chips to Apple's own. Here's what he said.
The Mac has had three major transitions in its history: the move to PowerPC, the transition to Mac OS X, and the move to Intel. And now it's time for a huge leap forward for the Mac. Because today is the day we're announcing that the Mac is transitioning to our own Apple Silicon.
This morning, Jim, Deutsche says this is a financial and reputational negative for Intel, obviously, but they say it could be worth 30 cents a share.
Yeah, and some people think it's worth as high as 46 cents a share in the out years. I remember when Intel cracked into Apple. It was one of the biggest things ever. I remember sitting down with Intel and saying, when are you going to get that Apple business? And they got it in 2005. But people have turned on Intel over time and don't feel it's kept up with, yes, with AMD, but of course the one that my dog is named after, NVIDIA. Or ARM Holdings, which is the one that they're using. And all I can say is that yesterday was all incremental, and yet the analysts all raised their price targets. And why do they do that? They recognize something that the fabulous Mickey Drexler said yesterday when he was on Squawk Box, which he just said, he just kind of threw it out. He said, everybody has an Apple phone. I mean, who doesn't have an Apple phone? So now you got all new features. I think that the sleep feature I want for the watch. I love all these different incremental things that you can make a phone call and you can see other stuff on your screen. It's all incremental, but it's all fabulous. And what you have to do is you have to get with a young person and figure out all these new things. That's what I do. I have a guy named Dylan Reback. He teaches me everything about my Apple phone and everything about my Apple Watch. And holy cow, you need a guide. You need a young person guide. But if you get it, you cannot believe how great these products are. David, you're going to get the watch.
It's true. There's no manual for the shortcuts. Jim, interestingly, Peter Schacknow, our producer, points out that Apple is responsible for 12.5% of the Dow's gain since the March 23rd low. 12.5%, up 60% in 3 months.
Well, it's kind of like Babe Ruth, what he said. Well, listen, he's having a good year, right? I mean, I think that Tim Cook is incredible because what he has done, while it is incremental, if you look at the set, someone I was with this weekend had the Apple 5, someone had the Apple 7. These things look like Model A's and Model T's. All this incremental is nonsense. What you're ending up with is a product that is better and better and better and knows everything about you. And that's why I think that you all these little changes to the operating system make it so that you cannot believe the thing. I mean, I know the phone knows that at 5 o'clock I start my workout by listening to Pearl Jam. Now, how the hell is that possible? And the answer is, well, it's Apple. Apple knows. It knows everything. And it makes life very, very easy.